Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good morning to everyone, and I wish you all have a nice day. Today we are going to have a talk about the benefits of Solat. But before we are going to our main topic, I would like to introduce our three panels. The first panel is Dr. Nurul Najiha from International Islamic University of Malaysia. Welcome, Doctor, and thank you for coming.
Thank you for inviting me today.
My pleasure. Then for the second panel is Dr. Siti Asma binti Musa from the University National of Malaysia. Thank you, Doctor, for coming.
Welcome, and I'm very blessed for invited today.
Thank you. And for the last panel is Dr. Nur Afifah binti Jafar from the Islamic Science University of Malaysia. I'm grateful that you could come to our talk show today.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
So now we are going to our topic today, that is about the benefits of Solat. As we know that Solat also called Solat or Sembahyang in Malay language. Solat is about a physical, mental and spiritual act of worship that is making 5 times a day. So I would like to ask to our first panel, Dr. Nurul Najiha. As we know, in Solat, there is a part that you need to stand up. So, what is the benefits of Quran recitation in standing up in this worship? Please, Dr. Nurul Najiha.
Thank you to Mr. Moderator. Now I will describe about health benefit of Solat and Quran recitation in standing posture. As we know, Solat begins by making intention within oneself and raising both the hands to the level of the ears by reciting Allahu Akbar, which means Allah is great. Narrated by Wail ibn Hajar radhiyallahu anh that he saw at the beginning of Solat, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to start his Solat by saying Allahu Akbar and raise his hands up to the ears. According to Hammam, Sahih Muslim 401. For women, only up to her shoulders. After that recite, A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim in Al-Quran, Allah says, when you read the Quran, seek Allah protection from the shaitan rejected one. And after this recite Bismillahirrahmanirrahim at the beginning of every rakaat before Surah Fatihah. The Prophet SAW would begin his prayer with Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. After this, recite Surah Fatihah. The Holy Prophet Muhammad SAW said, whoever does not recite Surah Al-Fatihah in his prayer, his Salat is invalid. After Fatihah, recite any other surah from the Quran. Then we move to health benefit of standing. According to study conducted by Zahida University of Medical Science, scientists of Iran discovered the effect of Quran listening without its musical tone, which tartil, on the mental health, helps in achieving greater calm and improve mental health significantly. So I think that's all I want to share. The demonstrators will demonstrate the proper way on standing and show to everyone on how actually the help can give benefits to everyone who perform prayer. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much to Dr. Najiha for the nice answer. Next, we are going to ask Dr. Asma. In Salah, we know that after we finishing the Al-Fatiha, so we need to ruku. So in your opinion, what is the benefits of ruku? Please, Dr. Asma.
Okay, thank you, moderator, Mr. Mubin, for the question about the benefits of ruku. Okay, as we know, after Quran recitation in standing posture, next step consisting of going ruku and place both the hand on the knees and keep the fingers spread out, and also keeps the leg vertical while the back is straight with the head, and recite Subhana Rabbiyal Azim wa bihamdihi at least 3 times. If the Holy Prophet ﷺ was in ruku, he ﷺ would straighten his back, that if water was poured on his back, it would remain. The hadith is from Ibn Majah. While getting up from ruku, say Sami Allahu liman hamidah, and thereafter make your body upright and say Rabbana walakal hamd. Recite Allahu Akbar from every incline and decline. The Holy Prophet ﷺ would place his face between his hands when prostrating. As ruku involves bending lower back and keeping both legs straight, this results in stretching off all major muscle of lower back, thighs and calves. This continuous movement helps in straightening of this core muscle. Besides, in ruku, blood is pumped in the upper torso, and also it helps in toning the muscle of stomach, abdomen and kidneys. Formation of right angle between legs and stomach will help stomach muscle to develop. This position also helps in greater flow of blood to uppermost regions of body like head, eyes, nose and also lungs. So I think that's all I want to share. The demonstrators will demonstrate the proper way on ruku and show to everyone on how actually the health can give benefits to everyone who perform prayer, especially on this movement ruku.
Thank you so much to Dr. Asma for the interesting answer about the ruku. So for the last question, I want to ask Dr. Afifa, what is the benefits of sujud and tashahud? Please, Dr. Afifa.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator, for the nice question. Okay, after both of them had explained on the health benefit of standing and ruku in Solat, so I will explain to all of you about the health benefit of Solat in sujud and tashahud. Before I'm going to explain on the health benefit of sujud, let me explain first on what is the definition of sujud. Okay, once ruku is done, the next step is to bow down in prostration known as sujud. At this posture, oneself needs to recite Subhana Rabbiyal A'la wa bihamdi 3 times. Okay, how is it with sujud? We can get the health benefit from it. It is when our head remains in lower position than heart. This increases blood supply to head, thereby having positive effect on mental health like memory, concentration and other related mental factors. Besides, during sujud, abdominal viscera press against diaphragm that presses lower part of lungs and lower lobes, which is healthy for lungs. Next is tashahud. Tashahud is sitting after completing 2 sujuds of final rakaat or during recitation of tashahud. It is sunnah for a man to lay down his left foot on its left side and sit on it while the right foot is allowed to stand upright with the heel on the air, so that the toes are facing to the direction of prayer. The health benefit of tashahud is it helps in strengthening of core muscle. It happens when this movement involves extension toes, knees with hips flexed. I think that's all that I want to share. So the demonstrator will demonstrate the proper way on sujud and tashahud and show to everyone on how actually the health can give benefits to everyone who perform prayer. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you to Dr. Afifa for the nice answer. So for the conclusion for our talk show today, we could say that the Salah is not about the movement like sujud, like ruku, tashahud, but this movement is about our healthy and exercise for our body, like for the physical, like for mental and spiritual. So that's all from us, and I would like to thank you to all of our parents today because willing coming here. Thank you also for the audience who are coming today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Before performing Salat, there are a few preparations need to be taken. Every Muslim need to make sure their body and their clothes are clean before taking the ablution water. There are a few steps need to be taken to clean oneself by ritual washing. First, oneself need to wash their face. Next, wash your arms to the elbow. Next, wash your head with wet hands. And lastly, wash your leg to the ankles. All these steps need to be repeated 3 times before proceed to another steps. After settle down the wudu, oneself can prepare to perform prayer. Firstly, oneself need to find the direction of Qibla and facing to the right direction. Then, in your own language, secretly state your intention or niyat that are about to contact the prayer. Remember to state the time, either subuh, zuhur, asar, maghrib or isha. The next step is raise your hands to the side of your face and says Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. At these steps, your thumbs need to touch your ears and your palm of your hands face forward. Then continue with another steps in prayer.
Okay, for the next step, this is position of standing. You are now standing with your arm resting neutral at your side. Some people place the left hand on the stomach and the right hand on top of the left hand. Either position of correct. You may place your hand on your stomach while standing, or you may left your arm hand down by your side. The benefit of standing is, according to the study conducted by Zaidan University of Medical Science, soldiers of Iran discovered the effect of the Quran listening is musical tone on the mental health in achieving greater calm and improve mental health significantly.
For the ruku, place both of the hand on the knees and keep the fingers split out. Keep the leg vertical while the back is straight with head and buttocks. And recite Subhana Rabbiyal Azim at least 3 times. As ruku, bending the lower back and both leg right, the result is in stretching of all major muscles of lower back, thighs and calves. Discontinuous of this movement help in strengthening of these core muscles. Formation of right angles between leg and stomach help stomach muscle to develop.
The next step is to go down in posture known as sujud. At this posture, oneself need to recite tasbih Subhana Rabbiyal A'la wa bihamdi 3 times. How is it was sujud? We can get the benefit from it. If when our head remain in the lower position than heart, this increase blood supply to head. thereby having posture effect on mental health like memory, concentration, and other related mental factors. The lastly is tashahhud. Tashahhud is the sitting after completing in two sujud or final raka'ah or during recitation of tashahhud. It is sunnah for a man to lay down his left on the left side and sit on the while the right foot is allowed to stand upright while the heel in the air so that they are facing the direction of the prayer. The benefit of tashahhud, it is help the straightening of core muscle. It happens when this movement involves extension of toes, knees and hip flex.